Coming up on SUTV News, we'll let you know all about the new lounge space on campus.
And later, we'll talk about the new Apple announcement. SUTV News, I'm Ryan Sunderman.
And I'm Cairo Cook.
For all those who have an interest in Greek life, this week is SUU's annual Rush Week. Greek life is a great way to get involved, perform acts of service, and have a lot of fun. Alpha Phi, Chi Phi, Sigma Chi, and Delta Psi are the 4 Greek organizations on campus. If you have any other questions about rushing, go to the SU's offices and ask there.
Hi, my name's Haynes. I'm the president of Sigma Chi. This week's Rush Week. We're hoping to take around 20 guys, so come out and have some fun.
The sororities and fraternities are all looking to have about 20 new students join their organizations, so make sure to make it out to Rush if you're interested.
This past Monday, Southern Utah University students participated in another bread and soup night in the ballroom. Just a small donation of $2 or $1 if you bring a non-perishable food item, students could be treated to a dinner and a show. From all-you-can-eat breads to desserts and a live show, students are sure to have a lot of fun while also donating to a good cause.
We want Bread and Soup Night to be everyone's favorite restaurant to come to, at least on the first Monday of the month. And so we've had a lot of support from the community.
The event is hosted by the Community Engagement Center, and all donated items go to support the Campus Hope Pantry for families in need. This event is held on the first Monday of the month here at SUU, so be sure to stop on by on October 7th and enjoy some family-friendly entertainment.
As the new semester has begun at Southern Utah University, there are many upcoming changes that are happening to better student life here on campus. The Student Association recently funded and opened the new student lounge named The Wing in the Student Center, located just north of the Thunder 91.1 radio station. The ribbon cutting for this new and improved space took place on August 27th and has since been a hit. With more ping pong tables, a pool table, a nice study space, and free video game consoles, there are always students gathering to take a break from studying and spend time with their friends.
It's honestly a good way to meet new people and find new connections. It's also a good way to relieve yourself of stress from class. In between classes, come play around with ping pong and, just unleash basically.
The Student Programming Board at Southern Utah University have held auditions for the next Mr. and Miss SUU. Official competitors will be announced closer to the event, and the final event will be held on Friday the 20th and Tuesday the 24th, respectively.
I felt really good about it. I was able to make them laugh. I was able to, just have a good time. That's really all it's about, I suppose, is just having a good time.
So, do you think you would have considered rushing out of the sororities?
Personally, sororities and fraternities aren't my thing. I am not one of those kind of girls, so I've never really considered it. It's never really appealed to me, but I have a lot of friends in the organizations, and they really love it.
Yeah, personally, back in middle school and high school, my parents told me they would disown me if I ever joined a fraternity.
Oh.
So, thanks, Mom and Dad, for that. But that was fun.
Coming up, we'll talk about SUU's graduate debt.
And the polygamous sensitivity training. We'll be right back.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. It's like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. my human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
The U.S. News and World Report Best Colleges lists Southern Utah University as one of the top schools for the lowest student debt. In a report released this Monday, SU is ranked as the best university in the state of low student debt and 7th best in the nation. SU is one of the few schools in the country that chose not to raise tuition this year. The majority of last year's graduating class graduated from SU with no student debt.
We focus entirely on offering our students alternative options other than student loans, things such as scholarships or in-service, or allow them or to create jobs and opportunities for them to work so that they can keep their debt low.
SUU has seen an increase in student enrollment from former members of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or FLDS. To help students and faculty members better welcome these new students, a former FLDS member and current social worker came to campus to present suggestions. Shirley Draper said former FLDS members are experiencing a form of culture shock and are adjusting to life outside their former lifestyle. Her organization, Cherish Families, also provides scholarships and funding as needed for those trying to establish themselves outside of the FLDS environment.
Former high school teacher Brianne Altice was released from her 4-year sentence on Tuesday, September 10th. Altice started her sentence in January 2015 after being found guilty for sexually assaulting 3 of her students. The male victims were between 16 and 17 years of age at the time of assault. Altice states that she has the confidence needed to never make the same mistake again. Altice is now listed in the state's online sex offender registry and has started her parole.
All of the club presidents on Southern Utah University's campus gathered together on Wednesday, September 11th for the Fall Club Presidents Training. This training takes place every semester, and it is mandatory for each club to have at least one representative. The speakers covered topics such as scheduling, traveling, and even a discussion on Title IX. Austin Johnson, the vice president of clubs, told us his thoughts on this event.
The Fall Presidents Training is very important because it gets all the club presidents together and handles similar issues that they're having with T-Bird Connection, marketing, and just a variety of other topics. We're able to discuss these, have an open panel, and then provide food for these clubs so that they can just be in a more environment that has understanding with their issues.
How long are we at? That's really, that's good to have that meeting every year for the clubs to make sure they're all on the exact same page.
Yeah, I never got involved in clubs really in high school, but I'm trying to change that this year by getting involved in clubs and student government. So I really like the steps that the government is taking to get clubs on the same page and get everyone organized.
I completely agree.
Because it also helps, if clubs are on the same page, it helps them recognize that they're trying to get more people welcomed.
Yeah. How's the weather looking, Connor?
It's looking good. Coming up, I'll let you know if this fall chill is here to stay. Stay tuned.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To
fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Listen up. Each year, hundreds of promising research studies go unfunded for breast cancer, for lung cancer, every cancer. The American Cancer Society has been behind nearly every breakthrough in recent history. But there's still more work to do. So let's make sure that no research is silenced. Let's make noise. Let's make noise. Yeah. And let's finish the fight.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Toxic chemicals and carcinogens are leaching into the environment. It's happening right where we live, work, and play. Everywhere. Cigarette butts are toxic waste. Let's stop the toxic litter. Learn more at rethinkbutts.org.
Welcome back to SUTV. I'm Connor Sanders here with the weather and what is another beautiful day in Cedar City. As you can tell, looking at our 7-day forecast, here we are today, Thursday, 76 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 42 degrees tonight. It's a really nice day to be outside, to be walking around campus, engaging in all the activities. Looking ahead to tomorrow, Friday the 13th. Pretty scary day if you're a fan of horror movies, but a great day for the weather actually, not so scary. 83 degrees as you can see there, with a 48-degree low tonight. So, good day once again. This weekend is going to be perfect. You want to get outside, want to take advantage of some of Cedar City's beautiful hikes, now's the time. As you can see, Saturday, 88 degrees, really high for this late in the season, 52-degree low, and then 86-degree on Sunday, 56-degree is going to be this weekend. So as you can tell, really beautiful, beautiful time to be in Cedar City. Looking ahead to the middle of next week is when it's really going to start getting slower, start to get a little colder here in Cedar City. 80 degrees, still pretty high on Monday, but Tuesday we're down to 72, and then Wednesday we're down to 72 as well. Might be time to bust out another blanket for your bedroom. As well as this weekend, we can tell that when SUU plays their first home football game, it's going to be another nice day, as you can see here on Saturday. Not too much wind either, and it's going to be perfect. As you can tell right here, this is today's weather, which is 70 degrees right now, which is what we're looking at outside. And then Saturday, high of 88, the low of 52. For the football game, it's going to be pretty warm at kickoff. It's kickoff of 6 p.m. But once the sun goes down around 7:45, it's going to start getting pretty cold in Cedar City. So make sure to bring a jacket to the season opener against Stephen F. Austin this weekend. So I'm Connor Sanders with the weather. We'll throw it back to the desk.
Thanks for the weather update, Connor.
So, Friday the 13th, scary day. Connor said not so scary weather. Are you superstitious at all? Because I'm not.
I want to be. I have like a desire to be superstitious, but I know that it's not true. So like I'll always like knock on wood or anything like that, but I'm not personally in my mind. I'm not superstitious. I just really want to be, so I pretend.
Yeah. I mean, when I turned 13 on Friday the 13th in 2013.
And you didn't die?
Nope.
Wow.
I was still kicking.
So basically.
And I was tempted to just walk under a ladder and cross a black cat, just to tell the world, here I am, come get me.
Just to prove them all wrong, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of horror, did you see It Chapter 2?
Do not like scary movies. I cannot stand them, so no, and I will not see it.
It was such a good movie.
No, I prefer to see other movies that make me feel good and not scared.
Fine. Here's a quick look at what's coming up next in sports.
Coming up on SUTV Sports, we've got SU's volleyball and a look at SU's women's soccer team. Stay tuned.
I'm hungry. I can't see the board.
Good morning, class. Everyone ready to learn today?
Of course they aren't ready. Across America, health barriers keep millions of disadvantaged school children from learning. Children's Health Fund is working to remove those barriers. But to really change the odds for these kids, we need your help. To find out how you can give every child a chance to be healthy and ready to learn, visit childrenshealthfund.org today.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No?
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Welcome back to SUTV Sports. I'm Connor Aist. The SU football team will look for their first win of the season as they take on Stephen F. Austin in the first game of the season this Saturday. The Texas-based team will make the trip to Cedar, also looking for their first win of the season. The Lumberjacks lost their opening game to the Baylor Bears in a 56-17 drubbing, and last Saturday they looked to rebound at home against Division II opponent Tarleton State. In a game that saw over 1,000 yards of total offense and 63 points, Tarleton spoiled the home opener for Stephen F. Austin and handed them their second loss of the season. Having shown some holes in the defense by surrendering touchdowns of 43, 68, and 99 yards to Tarleton, head coach DeMario Warren is hoping that the T-Bird offense and quarterback Chris Helbig will have their breakout game this weekend.
Our schedule allows us to go play teams week in and week out, so the better we get, the better chance we got to win some of these games. And so Stephen Foster's a good opponent. I don't know how they're doing tonight, but it'll be interesting to see what they'll look like coming in next week.
The game will be this Saturday at 6:05. Over the last few years, SU Athletics social media has climbed into a consistent top 10 ranking for interactions. In 2017, SU ranked 9th in social media interaction within the NCAA, ahead of schools such as Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State. In 2018, SU kept their 9th overall ranking.
Over these 2 years, SUU has ranked 5th and 13th in Twitter interactions and climbed from 30th to 18th in Instagram interactions. SUU Athletics has made this push thanks in part of the hires of Hoku Kernan, Bryson Lester, and McKay Pett. Pett previously worked with the Utah Utes and later moved to KSL as a producer, helping produce the Utah Jazz Rewinds and the hype content for the Utah Utes. He also placed second in the nation for the intro video the SUU basketball team used last season. Pett says that the awards were easy to receive because of SUU.
It means a lot, honestly, because I knew when I got here that I felt like this place had a ton of potential to really kind of show what we got here. Everything from our uniforms, our campus, the beautiful landscape we have around us. There's just a lot of stuff in Cedar City that I really think you could show off.
The International Olympic Committee announced an esports tournament that will take place before the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. World Cup will feature the Intel World Cup Open will feature Rocket League and Street Fighter V. Players will compete for a share of the $500,000 prize pool. The conclusion of the tournament will be July 24th, on the same day as the Olympic opening ceremonies. The tournament is the second competitive video gaming event connected to the Olympics. South Korea hosted a StarCraft II tournament before the 2018 Winter Olympics.
Better place to do this than Tokyo. Tokyo has a culture that has been very accepting of gaming and esports in general, and the fact that they're doing that here for the Olympics is I think, a match made in heaven.
While the event isn't technically part of the Olympics, it is a step forward for esports. Competitive gaming's audience continues to grow. More than 74 million people tuned into the League of Legends World Championship last year. For SUTV Sports, I'm Connor Aist.
I'm so excited for the game on Saturday. I'm so sad that I can't be here for it, but looking forward.
Hopefully SU can pull out a win. This year, last time we faced Stephen F. Austin, we routed them, but we had a better team, if I'm being quite frankly honest. And I was talking to my academic advisor earlier. He made a bet with Eric Kirby, actually, over the outcome of the game, and Kirby's pretty convinced that he's going to have dinner.
That Stephen F. Austin's going to win, or SEU?
No, Kirby's pretty convinced that Stephen F. Austin is going to rout.
Yeah, they're a pretty talented team. Hopefully we can come back this year. This will be our first game, so we'll be able to.
Hopefully we can avoid an 0-3 rout like what happened last year.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an embarrassing start to the season.
Yeah, hopefully being home will give us a little bit of a boost.
So, I mean, we do have a good team. Chris Helbig is he's a better quarterback, and he's been getting better about that, so we'll see.
Next, our reporter Grace Conley will let you know what's coming up around campus.
And the e-cigarettes ban. We'll be right back.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Hi, I'm Special Agent Diana Berrigan from the TV show White Collar. Did you know that it wasn't until 1972 that the first female earned an FBI Special Agent badge? Now women are helping solve crimes around the world in faraway places like Sarajevo, New Delhi, Lagos, and Tbilisi. To all our women fighting crime at home and overseas, thank you for keeping us safe. Happy anniversary.
Hi, this is Grace Conley with Campus Happenings. Mr. and Miss SUU auditions were held yesterday in the Student Center, and a lot of people came out. So if you're one of those people that came out, or you just want to watch the final shows, those will be held September 20th for Miss SUU and September 24th for Mr. SUU. Next, tomorrow's casino night. Make sure to go out to that. It's Vegas themed, so dress as if you were going to out in Vegas. The games being played are blackjack, crap, roulette, and Texas Hold'em. So make sure you go out and get some tickets because you can win some really big prizes and they're going to be really awesome. So go out to that. This Saturday is SUU's first home game. We'll be playing Stephen F. Austin, so make sure to go watch that. Before the home game, there'll be a tailgate. There'll be a lot of booths and a lot of fun stuff going on there. So go out to that, go interact, meet some other people, and make some friends. It should be a lot of fun. Campus Connect is next Tuesday from 6 to 8 in the ballroom, and Oktoberfest is on Wednesday. Oktoberfest will have a beer-free garden and an SUU swag giveaway. Back to the desk.
Each September, Apple holds their keynote event announcing their new and improved products. This year, the release of the iPhone 11, of the 11 Pro, and along with a new Apple Watch series and iPad Pro. The company has also ventured into the industry of streaming services by creating their Apple TV Plus and Apple Arcade. The company will create exclusive content for these streaming services.
President Donald Trump and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration are planning on placing some strong recommendation regarding the use and distribution of flavored e-cigarettes. This recommendation change comes after the death of 6 individuals dying from lung disease related to vaping.
3 suspects are in custody after 2 Cedar City pharmacies were burglarized. According to officials, police were alerted to a break-in at the Township Pharmacy at around 12:51 a.m. A broken window was discovered after arriving on the scene, but nothing appeared to be stolen or misplaced. Officers searched around the pharmacy and discovered 3 men near Cedar Drug and Gifts just after 1:45 a.m., who matched the description given to police. The 2 adults and 1 minor was taken into custody, and all 3 suspects were booked in the Iron County Jail.
On September 11th, international students and the SU Student Programming Board joined together to prepare for SU's first tailgate of the season. The upcoming game on September 14th will start with a themed tailgate, joining students from all backgrounds in the support of the Thunderbirds. The tailgate will start at 3 p.m. in the parking lot in front of the Eccles Stadium. Come on out and support the team as they play against Stephen F. Austin University at 6:05 p.m.
I am so excited. We're partnering with the International Affairs Office and the International Student Ambassadors, and we're doing an international theme, and we're so excited to get everybody out to come and support our football team at their first home game.
I'm excited for the game on Saturday. It should be pretty good.
I'm calling it now. SUU 35, CNF Austin 15.
All right, someone keep him accountable to that. Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Cairo Cook.
I'm Connor Sanders.
I'm Grace Conley.
I'm Connor Ace.
And I'm Ryan Sunderman. Tune in Tuesday for our next show. And, I'm still excited about some of the sports that we have going on. We leave you today with the hands that give you SUTV.